He rose to his feet and looked down at him, his voice chillingly calm. I don't allow filthy people to stay alive. He turned slightly to one of his men. A gun. The weapon was placed in his hand without hesitation. Ryu looked at Kai one last time. No anger, no regret, no remorse. Then he pulled the trigger. The sound echoed through the room. Kai's body collapsed lifelessly onto the floor. Ryu handed the gun back to the man beside him. Get rid of the body, he ordered flatly. Without another glance, he turned and walked out of the mansion. That same morning, the two men Ryu had stationed outside Shantel's room stood like statues, their sharp eyes tracking every movement in the hallway. Nurses moved in and out of nearby rooms, the soft squeak of trolley wheels and the steady hum of machines filling the air. Everything appeared normal. Then a nurse approached. She wore the standard uniform, her cap pulled low, her gaze fixed on the floor as she pushed a small medical cart toward Shantel's room. Her steps were steady and practiced, indistinguishable from the others who had passed through that corridor all morning. ICU medication delivery, she said calmly, stopping a few feet from the door. One of Ryu's men stepped forward at once, blocking her path. Authorization, he demanded. She paused, only a heartbeat too long, before reaching into her pocket and handing over a laminated card. The guard studied it closely, his instincts flaring. You're not on the morning rotation, the second guard said sharply. I know everyone assigned to this wing. A subtle tension crossed her face. There was a last-minute change, she replied. The patient needs. Step back, the first guard ordered suddenly. In that instant, her hand shot toward the cart too fast. The guards reacted immediately. One seized her wrist just as her fingers closed around a concealed syringe. The cart crashed to the floor, metal clanging loudly against the tiles. What? She gasped, struggling fiercely. The second guard twisted her arm behind her back and slammed her against the wall. The syringe slipped free and rolled across the floor, its contents glinting under the harsh fluorescent lights. Chaos erupted. Nurses shouted. Security rushed in from both ends of the corridor. Assassin! One of the guards barked. She tried to breach the ICU. The woman thrashed wildly, her mask slipping as panic replaced composure. You don't know who you're dealing with, she screamed. Let me go. Security restrained her swiftly, forcing her to her knees as handcuffs snapped shut around her wrists. As the fake nurse was dragged away, one of Ryu's men pulled out his phone and made a call, his voice calm but deadly serious. Sir, he reported, an attempt was made on Madam's life. The attacker has been captured. There was a brief pause. Then Ryu's voice came through the line, low, lethal, and unwavering. Keep her alive, he said. I'm coming. Ryu arrived at the hospital with controlled urgency, his dark eyes scanning every detail,